Hello, hello. Hey, Steeler Stagger. Hey, Lurker. Hey, Hidden. Looks like it's just the two of you so far. Hopefully we'll get some more people in. We'll keep an eye out for it. Hopefully we'll end up with more than two people.
Hi, guys.
Where's that so?
That was over
They're under the albums there. That whole stack is for Tuesday. Hey, now it's showing nobody on. I don't think YouTube knows how many people are here. Hey, West Side. We're just waiting for some more folks to show up and then we'll get this thing going. So hopefully that won't take too long.
What the heck?
What?
You cut these way too small.
I know. That's why I didn't use them for coins.
Well, they can't go for the doubles. I'm sorry.
Toss it then. Oh, we got one of the brand new quarters. Kind of cool looking. If anybody's not seen them yet. It is cool that they actually put the 25 with the C with the line in it. Pretty sure that was one of the first times they've ever done that on a quarter. Yeah, it's the first one that we've gotten. So that'll go in our book. Just gotta slap it in the holder. Yeah, I think they're cool. Now if we could just get them to do something with the dimes. Pretty sure the Roosevelt dime is going to be the design for the dime until they quit making dimes. Hey, Jay. We're just waiting for folks to show up. Changing is coming. Hey, MJ. Haven't seen you around in a while. How you been? Hey, Richard. Just hanging and growing older, aren't we all? I think something simple with the dimes, and if I had any way to suggest it to the mint people, I would. Will do. But I think something for the dimes that would be cool and really simple for them to do would be just start back at the beginning. You know, the cat bust. Do a couple of years of the cat bust, a couple of years of the seededs, a couple of years of the, you know, what was after the seeded, the barbers, a couple of years of the mercs. Just kind of a, you know, an old design nostalgia thing. I think it'd be a cool thing to do. I think people would like it. Yeah, in fact, you could do it with all of them. Penny, nickel, dime, quarter, half dollar, and dollar. Do a whole run. You know, how crazy would it be to have a 2025 silver BU cat bust quarter? For the silver proof sets. And it'd be 3/9 fine now because they're doing the 3/9 fine thing now. Yeah, Richard, they said if that payment doesn't clear tomorrow, then it should clear on Tuesday. Because Monday is Labor Day. So it's not a business day. But yeah, as soon as everything clears out, then we'll get you a package on the way. It's either Labor Day or Memorial Day, or I don't know. It's one of those days.
Columbus.
Oh, it's Columbus Day. Okay. My bad. Columbus Day. Which, given the rewriting of history, shouldn't even be a thing anymore. Oh, I agree. I think it'd be cool. Granted, you know, if they were gonna do like the designs of the large cents, they're not gonna make a big penny again. It's still gonna they'd have to fit it on a modern day sized penny planchet. But I think it'd be a cool idea. And if they do, you know, if they only do them for a 1 or 2 year run, then that means they'll have added value down the road because they were limited. But other than like the silver proof dimes, the last time there was a dime of any, you know, even worth talking about was back in '96 when they did the W. Alright, let's get beginning stuff out the way. For anybody new, payments made via PayPal. Use Cheapskate Coins at gmail.com and pay goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, Cheapskate Coins at gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Cachera. That's me. You're in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23, $6 being the purple bubble mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. It's an additional $35 charge added on to that if you want your package sent registered. It is the only way you can have coins insured through the mail. If you're new, you can get stuff tonight. You just have to email us by the end of the night. Email has to have your shipping info, personal info, your channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method for invoicing purposes. If we don't get that email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never ship without payment. Speaking of which, anybody who wants your packages shipped, if you're on our shipping list and you get anything tonight, as long as you get it paid for tonight or by like early tomorrow morning, your package will go out tomorrow. Here's our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, go give us a follow. The lot list is on there. It is the top post. Every time we do a sale, the lot list is on there the day of the sale. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be put on the mailing list, say add me to the mailing list. Send us an email and ask us to put on the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, then you will get the lot list a few days before every sale and have the ability to pre-purchase items as soon as you get that email. Just remember, it's first come, first serve. So if you want something, don't wait, jump on it. And pre-purchases always have to be paid for before the evening before the sale. They have to be paid for by then. If you are new and you're watching this, our normal sales are on Tuesdays. This one is a special sale. Just the standard insurance that comes on the box, which is like $150 of insurance. If you want the added insurance on it, you'd have to do the registered. And then registered, you also have to sign for it when it gets to you. Registered means it doesn't go through any of the machines. As soon as we drop it off at the mailbox or at the post office, they put it into a bag. They lock the bag. They fill out paperwork. Every time it changes hands, they have to sign on the thing. And that bag stays locked until it gets to you. And then they unlock the bag. They take the box out of the bag. They hand it to you and you sign the thing. That way there's a paper trail the entire way. It also means it takes a little bit longer to get to you. But if you want that added security for your package, we can definitely do that for you. $35 on top of your normal shipping for registered. And it will cover your insurance all the way up to the value of the box. When we fill out the registration form, we go through all of your invoices and add them all together. And then we actually double it when we get done. Whatever the total is on it, we double it so that way when the insurance is done, we're both covered. Yeah, if you pick up anything tonight, then I'll just put the registered shipping on your invoice as part of your charge. We can do that. All right, so tonight's sale, this is our fundraiser sale to help us out. We had a bunch of stuff happen last month. Oh yeah, they're getting bad. So you definitely want to watch your packages. And then on top of that, Angela is getting carpal tunnel, so she's been missing out on work here and there because of it. So, and her hours have gotten cut back because of it. So this is all stuff out of our own personal collection just to help us overcome some of the costs of the last month, pretty much. So dig deep if ever we need a sellout. It's this week. All right. Oh, and just a reminder, 1 week from today is that Gigantimos consignment sale. All right, so kicking off with some of our banknotes that we had. There's no American banknotes in it. They're all world banknotes. But they're some stuff that was from our collection. First one, we have two available. These are 1940 5 piastres from Egypt. They're both uncirculated. And they are $4 each. It's roughly in between 170 and 180 lots for the next week's sale. And both of these going to Richard. Right, sir. It'll be probably the same time, but I am playing around with possibly starting like an hour earlier just because of how big the list is. But we'll see. We'll know more when we actually have the whole list done. Next up is from 2009. It is a 5-pound banknote from Egypt. Going for $3. Some might actually still be spendable. Should you find yourself in Egypt. And going to Richard. Next up, I know this one is still spendable. This is the 1995 to 2017 50 piastri uncirculated. $3 from Egypt. You guys don't get a lot of shots with the Egypt banknotes because they always go into our collection first. And going to Richard. Richard building a nice little collection of Egypt banknotes right now. All right, and last one from Egypt. (2003 to 2008) 1 pound. I always got to at least show it first. It's always been one of our rules. Let us at least get it on camera. And going to Richard. I don't know if we ever mentioned while you've been on here, Richard, but Egypt is one of our favorite countries. So a couple of my really good coins that I did not put in the sale are from Egypt. Like my Cleopatra. I am not selling my Cleopatra. I don't care. All right, next up, 1942 1 centavo Japanese Philippines banknote. Over $3. I would be the only homeless person out there with a freaking ancient Cleopatra coin in my pocket. Alright, moving on. Alright, this next one is a very cool one from our collection. You did. You got the Hoopty coin. This is a 1920 50 Heller Municipality of Grosserol, Federal State of Salzburg of Austria. That's a mouthful. Uncirculated for $15. Try saying that name 3 times fast. Going to see him. Congrats, sir. Right. CM beat you, Richard. Alright, next 2 are from Britain. 1972 10 pence British Armed Forces uncirculated pay voucher. $5. Issued by command of the Defense Council. 6 series. $10 new pence.
Who did this one, Victor?
See him. All right, moving on. And we've also got the 50 pence version of that. Uncirculated, also $5. British Armed Forces special voucher. Alright, moving on. If anybody wants the 3 banknotes that did not go, let me know. Alright, the 1876 went in pre-sale, so we're on to the quarter sets from Canada. And these sets are getting hard to get a hold of. So this was from 1992. It was like our state quarter set, except for they did it for Canadian provinces, and they did it all in 1 year. Oop, that's the wrong one. That's the 2000 set. They did it for 3 years. They did it in 92, 99, and 2000. They did a millennial version of it. Here's a 92 set. So these are all BUs. So you got your Newfoundland territory, Quebec, Nova Scotia, if you declare it as such, I guess, Yukon, Alberta, Northwest Territories. Hey, David, I haven't seen you in ages. How you been? British Columbia, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island. And again, the backs of all these are just the Queen, or the front, technically. Manitoba. Of course, a flip comes with it. Ontario. And Saskatchewan. That is the full set. $24. It makes it $2 a coin. Anybody? German states, Belgium, and Mexico all very close for you. Okay. Wow, nobody. All right. Not sure somebody would have wanted that. After Egypt was my second favorite country for world coins and banknotes. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. There's a number of countries that I really like. All right, and then we also have the 2000 Millennial set. This is $26 for 13 quarters, so again, $2 per coin. So these are a bit different. They had the, like that one's Wisdom, Pride, Natural Legacy, Health, Harmony, Ingenuity, Community, Achievement, Family, Freedom, Creativity, the Special Millennium Token, or Millennium Quarter that came with it. It's like a token and a quarter planchet. And Celebration. Anyway, if anybody wants both sets, I'll do both sets for $44. Take $6 off. It's the best I can do on those. They're already below list as it is. And Richard's taking that deal. Great, sir. Oh, Richard, I do have... I just remembered. I have the placard that came with the 2000 set. Do you want me to throw it in your box with it? Millennium Canada 2000. And it has all the little inserts. On the back, it has the little explanation of each one. A little thing that you could fold out as a stand. And then it comes in a rubberized sleeve. So, alright, we'll throw that in your box with those sets. I don't have a thing for the 92 set. I only have it for the 2000. For to hold a... Yep. All right. Next up. It's just something I figured somebody might want. Since we're trying to raise some funds, I figured throw it in. It's the 1976, that's my birth year. 5 centavo proof coin from the Philippines. With the scalloped edge. $3. Anybody? Scope it. I can scope it. Scopage. Going to hidden. Grass hidden. I like the scalloped edge coins. I like weird shaped coins. Like squares and diamonds and triangles. I think they're cool. Right, next up. We got some oldies. Some old Condor tokens. 1820 to 1830. Farthing Condor token in VG, 20 bucks. They didn't put dates on them when they made them, but they ran them for 11 years between 1820 and 1830. And this back then would have been a farthing. Columbia Condor token. Anybody? That's an oldie right there. All right, moving on. Not as old as this one, though. 1793 halfpenny. Lincolnshire Wayne Fleets. Did it good for 15 bucks. Anybody? Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. You may decide you want that farthing. Let me know. All right, next up, I'm about to make Richard really happy because he and I share an affinity. Yeah, sure. You want the farthing? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, sure, too. Cool. Farthing going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Alright, so as I was saying, me and Richard do share a particular affinity. So next one up. 200 BC Greece. Pergamon Mycia Mint. Bronze 2 gram. Going for 40 bucks. Obverse is bust of Aesopus facing right. Reverse is a serpent intertwining the rod of Asclepius. And going to Richard. I always hate when I have to sell my ancients. Next up, $221 to $179 Greece Acropolis bronze 2 dinar. Versus Zeus. Reverse is a man on horseback. So there is Mr. Zeus, King of the Gods. Going to Richard. Next up, 276.80 Rome bronze fullest Marcus Aurelius Probus from the Alexandria Mint. $30. Going to Richard. If I was ever in a position where money was no thing, ancients would be where I would be putting my money. I would be building a beautiful set of really high quality ancients. They are by far my favorite coins overall. Next up, 276 to 282 Rome. Also a Marcus Aurelius Probus. This is a Billin. I hate saying that word. Aurelianus. I don't know. However the heck you say that word. Billin means that it is silver and bronze mixed together. And this one was sent to NGC, but they couldn't give it an actual grade because it came back as being tooled, which basically means that somebody improperly cleaned it. But it is legit. And going to Richard. So if you don't mind your coins being raw anyway, then you're not losing out on anything. All right, next up, 527 to 565 AD, Byzantine Empire, Justinian bronze fullest, $35. Constantinople mint. That's what the CON right there means. That's the mint mark. Constantinople. Going to Richard. Which is modern day Istanbul. Next up, 610 to 641 AD, Byzantine Empire. Heraclius, bronze fullest, Constantine and Martina. $35. Going to Richard.
I just sat down. Just hang.
Next up, 498 to 518 AD, Byzantine Empire. Anastasius, bronze fullest, Constantinople mint, $35. Anybody? Going to Richard. Your delay there, I thought maybe you already had that one. All right, and last of these, 1095 to 1067 AD, Byzantine Empire, bronze fullis. It's got the portrait of Jesus Christ on the front. 35 bucks. There's the Christ portrait. Anytime you see the dude with the ring around his head, that's their portrait of Christ. Going to Richard. It's not a bad quality for 1,000 years old. All right. Next up. So you guys have seen us put plenty of these in our sales. Usually Greg buys them all. But you never really see them in this condition. But these are three from our collection. 1957 1 peso, Mexico, 10% silver BU. $7. Anybody? These are the ones that have the same amount of silver as a war nickel, basically. So some people jokingly refer to them as being the Mexican war nickels. Alright, maybe we don't. To the 1960 BU. $7. That one's almost proof-like. And we've also got these 63 BUs, $7. I'll do all three as a set for 18 bucks. Save you $3. Makes them $6 each. It's the lowest I can go on these for BUs. Alright, moving on. Alright, so the Hoopty Egypt coin went in pre-sale to CM. So we are now on to...
Oh, wait.
Westside just came in real late. Taking that deal.
Hi, Westside.
Congrats, sir. This is the 18, that's a typo. It's supposed to say 1853. Braided hair large cent in VF for 65 bucks. You are that late. We are on lot number 29.
No, it's fixed.
Yay. Anybody? Yeah, nobody wants this coin.
All right.
This thing is gorgeous. Oh, Richard came in late. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, next up, and the only Indian cent left on from the list. The rest went in pre-sale. 1863. Something a VG for $18. These are the old copper nickel planchets.
Copper? Copper.
So they're referred to as copper nickel
I don't care.
because they're copper, nickel, bronze.
I don't care.
Anybody? All right, moving on. Next up, we got some Wheaties. First one is a 1915 Denver VF graded by Mr. Rick Snow. $25. It's one of your better dates right there. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next up, 1943D Steel Wheat Cent Gem BU. $25. We've also got the Philly and the San Francisco. Or I'll do the full set of 3 for $60. So $25 individually or $60 for all 3. Gem BUs. And they're not in his holders, but when I got these, I bought these from Rick as Gem BUs. All right, no love for the Wheats tonight. Moving on. Alright, next one was the other big hoopty coin. You guys have seen it a couple of times already. 1867, 2-cent. PCGS Mint State 62 Brown, $235. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir.
He's upgrading to a large. Just FYI.
Richard Angela just said you're upgrading to a large box.
I've been putting everything of his in there and it's not putting right.
So you'll be getting an upgraded shipping plus the registered that you wanted on your invoice. All right, next up. Here you go, Richard. Here's one to go with your 12S that you have on the way. 1883, no cents. Liberty Nickel BU. $50. Going to Richard. Congrats. We've had times actually we wish they had another box above the large.
Yes.
And then 1896, about good for $4. It's actually one of the better dates. This one jumps in price fast as the grade goes up. Alright, moving on to another Rick Snow graded coin. 1916S Buffalo Nickel and good for $10. Graded by Mr. Snow. Going to Richard. All right, next hoopty coin. So there's only an estimated 3,000 of these left. Or 300 rather. Estimated 300 survival left on these. Oh, 1896 is going to Doug. Congrats. So at this point, this is pretty much a key date for the series. This is the 1840 New Orleans, no drapery, seated Liberty dime. In VG, going for $110. 300 of these left in the world.
And Richard.
Going to Richard.
Congrats, Richard.
That one I hate having to give up. Because with that, only that few left out there, what are the chances I'm going to come across another one of those anytime soon? All right, this is the only one left out of all the Roosevelt dimes. The rest are sold. It's the 1952 in EF for $4. All right, moving on. All right, we're on to the quarters. The 61s went in pre-sale, so we're starting with the 62s. 1962 BU, $8. 90% silver. Going on, honey. How you doing, honey?
Hi, honey.
Right, and then next up is 62 Denver BU, $8.
Anyone?
All right, moving on to the 64 Denver BU, $8. All right, moving on. And 64 Plain Date BU, $8. All right, moving on to the 1992 S Silver Proof Deep Cam, $15. First year they started doing the silver proofs. That is white on black.
Mm-hmm.
Man, no love for the quarters tonight. All right. 93 Silver Proof Deep Cam, $15.
All right.
All right. 94 All right, I'm just going to go through these. If somebody wants one, just say bin and the date. Here's the 95. These are all silver proof deep cams. Here's the 96.
All right.
97. And the 98.
Anybody want any of those? Starts off at 92 and goes all the way down to 98.
It's 7 coins. If anybody wants all 7, I'll do it for 91 bucks. That saves you $14 if you buy them all. That makes them 13 bucks each.
Last call. All right. I guess not.
All right, moving on. All right, next up, I've already got this set at the lowest it can go. Actually, the next 2 sets are already at the lowest they can go. These are the 2012s.
I have them.
Silver proof deep cams. Whenever we do these on our normal streams, at the end I always do the offer of 75 bucks for the whole set. So I just figured put it at that to begin with tonight. Full 2012 silver proof deep cam set. The lowest mintage silver proof set there was ever made. Less than 300,000 of the sets were made that year. All right, moving on. All right, then the next set is the 2017 225th Enhanced Edition set. And actually for this one I'll go for 35 bucks for all 5. Saves you $5 if you buy the whole set. Man, usually quarters like blow out every single time we have them. Apparently nobody wants quarters tonight. Alright, moving on. I don't know. I figured she'd be here, considering she was the one that on Tuesday said Thursday nights are better.
Who? Cindy?
Kelly.
Oh.
All right, next up. This is our next hoopty coin. So we sold one of these on Tuesday. Now we're selling the one from our collection. 1964 accented hair. Kennedy half dollar. 90% silver, gem proof, 110 bucks. Graded by Rick Snow. Oh, Kelly Ray is here. Hubby shut you off. Go to Richard. Kelly Ray got cut off. All right, do me a favor. Jump over here and do a couple of Kennedys real quick.
This is
Richard. All right, I'm going to have Angela jump over here and do a couple of Kennedys for you guys. I got to use the restroom real quick.
It's okay. Alrighty. 1,500 in the hole. Hi, sorry. Okay, 1965 Kennedy half dollar. 40% silver and BU going for 8. Anyone? Last call. Yeah. Revenue on some new BS tax for business owners. Okay. That sucks, Kelly. I'm sorry. We are moving on to the 1966 Kennedy $50, 40% silver, and BU going for 8. Last call. What? They shouldn't be allowed to do that. If it's your property, then I don't see why you would get charged for parking your trucks on your property. All right, moving on to 1967 Kennedy $50, 40% silver, BU $8. Gotta pay back taxes. I'm sorry. I honestly think that that should be illegal for their. Hi, Greg. We're on the 1967 BU Kennedy. $4. Yeah. Alright, moving on from this one to the 1968D Kennedy $50, 40% silver, and BU $8. Yeah, I honestly think that that should just be illegal for states to do that if it's yours. Going to Doug. Grats, Doug. Right? Alright, 1969D Kennedy $50, 40% silver, beat you $8. Yep.
Somewhere in there, yeah.
It might be a little bit more. Reflighting a plane. It's all good, Greg. We know you do a dangerous job. 7 does. Huh?
I think 7 of them makes an ounce.
Oh.
Moving on.
Alright.
To the hardest one of the bunch to get. The 70D.
1970D. Kennedy half dollar. BU. It's an NIFC. 40% silver. Going for 15. And going to honey. Congrats, honey. Alright. Lewis is going to take back over. Right.
You didn't know the 70 is silver? Yeah, it's 40%. That was the final year of the 40%ers. But they didn't put them out for circulation. They were mint set only.
Alrighty. Other quarters. Other quarters are over here that were didn't sell.
Huh.
And you put the rubber band around it to catch it. So.
Alright. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on these that I did on the quarters. I'm going to link them all. If you want one, say a date. These are the 92 through 98s for the proofs. Well, and the 2012 is coming up too. So these are all 90% silver proofs. They are $20 each. These are already at the lowest price I could put them at. Here's your 92. All proof deep cams, all 90% silver. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97. And the 98. All the Kennedys that came in the original black box proof silver proof sets. Anybody? $20 each. All right, moving on. And then the final hoopty coin of the night. The 2012 Kennedy Silver Proof Deep Cam, 85 bucks. List on this thing is over 100. Give me a sec. If I go yellow for a second, bear with me. So 395,443 was the mintage on the 2012 Kennedy half dollar for the silver proof. And just to show you real quick, Mint State 69, list price is 100 bucks. At a 68, it's still 95. At a 70, 165 if you manage to get a 70 on one of these. And then the average, I wanted to also let you know, the average list price for the 92s through the 98 are about 28 bucks each. Have a good night, Kelly. So, all right, last call on all the Kennedys for the silver proofs. All right, moving on. All right, last of the Kennedys. We actually have two of these available. We have one that is raw. These are the 2017 Enhanced Editions. Jim BU. 12 bucks for that one. And then we have one graded a perfect 70 by NGC for 25. And Doug is taking the perfect. Congrats, Doug. Anybody on the raw? $12 for the raw one. We are almost through the list. Hidden, you were beat by like 3 days. All right, moving on. No, those are not silver. Those are clad. They just have a special finish that they did for that year. All right, next up. Doug, I think it was you that was asking if I ever had one of these available to let you know.
Who's this cover?
This is the 2012 Sacagawea Proof Deep Cam, going for $20. It's the Native American with the horse. Doug, it says it right there. They saved the best design of these for the lowest mintage year. Wasn't you? Okay. I don't remember who it was then, but somebody was asking about this. Anybody?
I'm going to Jay. That's Jay.
Just make sure you get your other invoice paid, Jay, so we can get you this one. All right, and the last 4 lots are the 2012 presidential proofs at $10 each. Or I'll do the set for $32. It makes them $8 each, so you save $8. Are you doing the set, Jay? Doing the deal? All right, going to Jay. I'm about to do the recap right now. All right, banknotes. We have the Japanese Philippines centavo. And then the 2 British Armed Forces, the 10 pence and the 50 pence. I hold him back to 8 and the 16. No, they go out as we have them. We'll get them eventually, don't worry. Anybody on those? If anybody wants all three, I'll do all three for 9. Saves you $4. It makes them a flat $3 each. And Honey is taking that deal. Honey beat you, Greg. Just by a hair. All right, we have 1 Indian cent left. It's the 1863 VG. Going to Greg. All right, all of the wheats are still available. Can you see it? Yeah. Let's see that Indian again. Here you go. Oh, upside down. 1863 VG. Actually pretty close to a fine. I might have undergraded that one grade. There you go, sir. So that's the 15D in VF. That's the one in the Rick Snow holder. And the Gem BU steel set. Or if anybody wants all 4, I'll do all 4 for $80. That saves you $20. All right, moving on. And then we had 1 Roosevelt dime left.
All the snow coins at one time.
1952 is the only silver dime left. EF $4. Going to Greg. All right, the quarters, everything from the 62 Denver up is still available. So that's 62 Denver, 64 Denver, 64 plain date, the 92 through 98 silver proofs, the 2012 silver proofs, all 5, and all 5 of the 2012, those are Kennedy's, of the 225th anniversary. Tell you what, if anybody wants to buy all the quarters out, I'll give you a really good deal. Probably a better deal than I really should. If somebody wants all the quarters, I'll knock 84 bucks off the top. That makes the 62, 60, and the 264s drops them from 8 to 6. 1992 through 1998 drops them from 15 to 10 each. And then the enhanced editions drops them from 8 to 6 each. For a total of 84 bucks off the top. That is a screaming good deal for silver quarters.
No?
Okay. Alright, and then the Kennedys. The 65, 66, 67, and 69 Denver for the 40 percenters are still available.
Total of that? Oh, they wanted to... Honey wants to know the total of
Oh, for that bundle deal?
everything.
Hold on. Let me get a calculator up. See, those three would be 18 plus... 70 plus 75 plus 193 bucks would be the total for all of those quarters with the $84 off. And again, that'd be the 62 Denver, 64 Denver, the 64 Plain Date. All three of those are BUs. 92 through 98 silver proofs. The 2012 full silver proof set. And all five of the 2017 to 25th enhanced editions.
Anybody want that?
That's 20 quarters total. Can you do the 4 payments weekly? Be like 50, 50, 50, then 43.
Plus the stuff that...
Plus the other stuff that you already got.
Yeah? Okay. Alright.
Alright, so we'll take your entire total from the night and we'll break it into 4 payments. Alright, give me a sec to change all these on here real quick. You're welcome.
I can't pass them.
All right, anybody on the Kennedys? 40%ers. If anybody wants all four, I'll do it for 28.
For the 60s.
That saves you $4. Makes them $7 each.
You're shaking the whole dust.
All right. And then the 90% silver Kennedy proofs, 92 through 98, $20 each.
Oh, we can't go any lower.
Yeah, we can't go any lower on those. And the 2012, $85.
And we can't go any lower on that. And then we have one of the 2017s left here.
And then the only other coin still available, yeah, there's the enhanced edition 2017 for $12. So it'll be $365 for everything left on the list with that Kennedy deal. Oh, actually, I did the wheat cent deal too. $345 would be for everything left. So last call on everything. And anything that doesn't sell tonight is just going back in our collection, so this was just a fundraiser to help us out. Oh, Richard is taking it all.
Yes, Richard.
All right, give me a minute. All right, so the wheat cents, drop all of them to 20s. Kennedy's drops to 7 each for the 40%ers. Alrighty. Awesome, guys. Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys quite a lot.
Yes.
And this really helps us out. So it always sucks when we have to liquidate some of our own collection, but you got to do what you got to do, and we really appreciate it. Richard J wants you to do an unboxing video on your channel. All right, so again, Tuesday's list, the normal list will be out.
Tomorrow. Or Sunday.
Probably on Saturday.
Yeah, that.
And then that's pretty much how we look at it. We try and build our collection up, but we know we've got it just in case we need it in an emergency, we can liquidate. And then we rebuild it again. And then, of course, the Gigantimos sale on next Thursday. I really doubt it's going to happen, but if that sale a week from today, if that sale manages to sell out, I don't know, I'll give away some gold or something, because that'll be ridiculous. But like I said, it's already...
Over 10.
Let me get the exact number for you guys right now.
And it's not even all the way done.
Yeah, it's not all the way done. I'm bringing up the spreadsheet right now. As it sits right now, we have 78 of the lots. So there's still about 100 lots left to put on here.
I don't think we did it.
And as of right now, it's already at $11,667. So based on what's left to put on there,
Probably add another grand to 2,000.
I'd say probably close to somewhere between $2,000 and $3,500 more dollars of stuff is going to be added to that list.
So
Probably more because of all those slabs.
Yeah. Remember.
So probably going to end up somewhere between 15 and 20 grand for the total on that list.
So remember next week on Thursday, bring all your friends.
Yeah, bring all your friends. Take out second mortgages.
I don't know. Something.
Hit up the banks for loans. But that's why I said if we sell that out, if somehow magically that sale
I'm going to be sick that day.
manages to sell out, I'm going to do something big for you guys. Like big. Like I'll give away like 4 or 5 gold coins.
For a 1K loan.
There you go.
Alright. We'll see you all on Tuesday. Well, I won't. He will.
Yeah, give us a bit to get this stuff out. Again, anybody who wanted to be shipped, if you are on the shipping list, make sure if you bought something tonight, get your payments in either tonight or early in the morning. because we're gonna try and get packages out tomorrow. Except for Richard's, because we're waiting on
His one payment.
PayPal's security hold. And they're being annoyingly slow. But alrighty, guys. We are out of here. We will see you guys on Tuesday.